name is Teenear, and I'm a singer-songwriter born in Miami and currently signed to Slip Inside Records. Well, I was born and raised in Miami. I've been in the music industry for a minute now, pretty much just navigating and learning everything about it. I put out a few singles, and now I just put out my latest single, Ain't Mine, which is one of my favorite songs, and I'm really excited to talk about it and let you guys know about pretty much everything that I've been working on, because it's been a really personal process throughout the past year, and I'm excited for everything coming in the future. Ain't Mine is a song that is actually sampled. The beat is sampled from Brandy and Monica's The Boy Is Mine. And this record, I kind of flipped it in a way where I'm pretty much talking from the girl in our generation. There's a lot of messiness going on with these men nowadays, and I feel like we kind of need that voice to just say, like, the boy is not mine, he is not mine. I'm not claiming him. Please do not step to me, because that's y'all's drama. Don't come to me. He just came up to me and I just did what I did. I didn't know he was yours. Leave me alone. Pretty much, I feel like growing up, if you were listening to R&B, those are the women you grew up on. They're like the queens of R&B. And they inspired women, young women, because especially Brandy specifically, I know listening to her, sitting up in my room, I Wanna Be Down, those are like the songs that I go to for Brandy, and I feel like they kind of just speak to me as a young woman and my thoughts, and I love those songs. Oh wow. I guess I would just say thank you. Thank you for being a voice for young women, because I feel like their voice in the music industry, specifically R&B, was always pretty positive, and I've loved that. I'm really big on positivity, so thank you for that inspiration, 100%. Out of the ones that I put out, because I have a lot coming out very soon, I would have to say Saves the Gemini. That was my very first single ever releasing in life, and he is such a positive person, and his spirit is just so positive. And like I said, I'm big on positivity, and having that energy on my first record to represent who I am as an artist was an incredible opportunity, and I'll always appreciate him for that as well. My dream collaborations would definitely be people like Drake and Beyonce. Beyonce for sure, not even just on a music tip, just being able to talk to her about her mind and like everything that she's gone through in the industry and her thoughts on the business in the industry, I feel like is so important. I feel like she's an incredible businesswoman when it comes to all this. And I wanna definitely talk to her, not only on a music tip, just to pick her brain. That question for me always kind of gives me anxiety in a way, because we can always write down what we want for our lives and like try to plan it all out, but at the end of the day, what God has for you is what's gonna happen. And I'm big on writing it down, making it plain, and having faith in what I want for myself. I have those goals, but I'm also big on accepting whatever it is God makes happen in that moment to lead me down the path that I'm supposed to be going. Growing up, I always knew I loved entertainment. I loved singing, I loved acting, I loved putting it together and doing musical theater. And I'm actually planning on still doing all of those things at some point in my career, but it's always been entertainment. And yeah, that's why I'm a singer now. What I enjoy the most, I would say, the creativity part of it. I feel like being an artist and just being able to create nothing into something is just so incredible. And I feel like any person that's in this industry or is just a creative in general, like, that's a blessing. And I think it's really unique and really cool to be able to literally make something out of nothing. I would say my biggest challenges would be pretty much people, if it's not comparing, it's people just really trying to make me into something that I'm technically not. And I feel like my biggest thing was always just stepping out and like putting a stand on who I am. And I feel like that's kind of where I am now, and what I've gone through over the past year of not releasing anything. I got to figure out who I am and what I want to represent 100%, not only in just my music, but even just in the events that I go to, the people that I talk to, the people I want to surround myself with. And I feel like that's important in my music, because all of that is what comes out at the end of the day, because I'm writing it and performing it and meeting people. If I wasn't an artist and like having anything to do with like the music industry, I feel like I would either be a marine biologist or a chef.
Those are really extreme differences.
I know, but I know growing up outside the arts field, being like learning about the sea and learning about the animals of the sea has always been like super interesting to me. And just the fact that we only know 5% of the ocean is just mind blowing. And I want to learn more. And I feel like I would have really dove into that. And then I also really love cooking and baking. That's like a hobby of mine. So it would have been one of those two. I'm really bad at math, and if I had to do a lot of that in marine biology, I probably would have been like, never mind, I'm gonna go cook. But it would have been one of those two. With this question, I feel like it's always asked, and a lot of people are always like saying, oh my God, your sound is the same, or like they just compare R&B artists in general. And I feel at the end of the day, what makes me different is my purpose. Like, we're all purposed on this earth for something different, and whatever I put out, it's gonna land in the right places, or land in the right places in our mind that God wants it to be. And I feel like I'm really big on just my purpose. I don't know exactly what it is God put me on this earth to do, but I'm gonna make it my goal to make sure that plays out exactly how He wants it to. And I'm trusting and putting faith in that completely. So when you listen to my music, whatever God wants you to get from it is what you're supposed to get from it. And I feel like that's what makes me different, because we're not all the same. Oh my God. 5 things. I don't know. I guess I would say the first thing is that I'm really big on faith. I'm a super spiritual person. I'm really big on just having a relationship with God. I love chocolate. So if you ever want to send me something, send me chocolate. I'm gonna eat it. Don't send me anything else. Chocolate, I'm gonna eat it. Another thing, this is hard. I don't really know. I'm thinking. I want them to know that I really try my hardest to be myself in this industry. Like I said, there's so many people trying to navigate you. And at the end of the day, I push to always put myself out there, and I'm not trying to put a facade up for anybody. I'd want them to know that this is something I really love because there's so many things that can sway me to like get off track and like not want to do this anymore. But I know that this is one thing that I'm purposed to do. And I'm excited for everyone to just be able to hear everything that I've created and everything that the talent that God has put inside of me. The last thing would be that I appreciate everybody that supports me so much, like more than you guys can imagine. Because that means you believe in me, you believe in what my vision is, and I think that's really sweet. And yeah. Be on the lookout for a lot of voices. I've been working with a lot of different people that I'm super excited about, and pretty much, like I said, it's gonna be 100% me. I took time out to figure out what I wanted to show everyone and what I wanted to give everyone. And this will be the first time that I could say like, everything that I'm putting out is Teenear, and there's no one else like swaying me in any type of way. So yeah, you'll get to know who Teenear is. That's the biggest question I get. And I'm like, here it is now. The biggest boss.